Welcome to high school softball on K-West by district action, game number 2, featuring the fourth place finishers out of 32 6A, the homestanding Weslaco East Lady Wildcats, and they will face District 31 6A champions, the Lady Bobcats from Edinburg. Coach John Boswell and Vinnie Berry coming to you from the campus of Weslaco East High School. This is game 2 matchup of these two teams. Last night's game in Edinburg ended in 5 innings with a score of 12-1. Stepping in to lead off here for the Lady Bobcats, coached by Raymond Arciba, is the leadoff hitter, number 3, the pitcher tonight, Amber Reyes. And the first pitch from Amanda Guerra is strike 1. Catching for the Lady Wildcats, Adriana Gonzalez over at first, Lisha Castillo playing second, Riona Garcia. Shortstop, Allison Rogers playing third, Jasmine Villarreal. Out in left field, Brittany Garcia. Tatiana Cabrera in center. And in right field, number 17, Valerie Romero. Designated hitter tonight, number 14, Abby Ortiz. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike here in the top of inning number 1 by district action. And that's out of the way. It's 2 balls, 1 strike. 78 degrees, a little windy. 10 miles an hour out of the east. Very little humidity. Been seeing a lot more wind and a lot more humidity recently. And that ball slapped foul, 2-2, to leadoff hitter Amber Reyes. Reyes went 2 for 4, scored a run yesterday. Last night's pitcher was Erica Cortez. Reyes will be the pitcher tonight. Game 3, if necessary, will be at Edinburgh tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Full count to the leadoff hitter, Amber Reyes. And that ball slapped foul. Coach picks it up. Well, almost picks it up. And the count remains full. I'd like to thank everybody for watching us on K-West. Everyone that makes K-West possible. And that's going to be high. And she walks the leadoff hitter. Edinburg has the base runner. And coming to bat, their number 2 hitter, number 7, shortstop, Maya Zavala. Zavala was 2 for 4, scored 2 runs in yesterday's outing. Small ball, the bunt, executed, picked up, and she's out at first. The runner makes it all the way to third base. So it's 1 away. Runner on third, and number 8, Christy Salas, third baseman, will step in with a runner in scoring territory over at third base. Amanda Guerra with 1 out. And that pitch is fouled back for strike 1. Game 2 of a 2 out of 3 matchup. And that ball gets by the catcher. And she's going to be safe. Amber Reyes scores on the pass ball. I believe it was a strike. It'll be a 2-strike count. There's 1 out. But Edinburg already has 1 run across. Last night in the first inning, they scored 5. For much of the season, Edinburg has been the number 1 team in the Valley. And that ball's hit to the shortstop. Rogers picks it up, makes the throw, and it's 2 away. So 2 away, nobody on. 1 run has scored. Erica Cortez will step up. She was 1 for 2 last night, scored 2 runs. She was the pitcher of record in yesterday's Bobcat win. And here's the 2-out pitch. And that's outside for ball 1. And that one's outside, ball 2. Ball hit hard, off the wall. Good job out there by Cabrera, holding her to a single. One of the longest singles I've seen. And the batter will be number 2, center fielder Katie Truitt. Truitt hit a 3-run home run last night. She's a sophomore. And that's in the dirt, gets away. Runner goes to second. Gonna have to call that one a pass ball, I believe. And there's a 1-ball count to Katie Truitt. And that's high. Ball 2. Katie Truitt's the kind of batter you can't make a mistake against. And that ball is hit hard, and it's gone. Katie Truitt, 2-run home run, following up what she did yesterday. Yesterday, I believe it was a 3-run homer. The sophomore center fielder takes the ball out of the yard, and the score is now 3-0 in the top of the first inning. And the designated hitter will step in. Number 12, Julia Temez, will be the batter for Edinburg. And here we go. There's 2 outs here at the top of the first inning. Edinburg has scored 3. Lady Wildcats trying to get out of this jam. That's outside, gets past the catcher, ball 1. And ball 2. On deck for Edinburg, number 10, Brianna Sanchez, the second baseman. And that's fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the designated hitter. Julia Temez. And 3 balls, 1 strike is the count. 2 outs, nobody on. And she walked her. So 2 outs, runner at first base. Stepping in, second baseman, number 10, Brianna Sanchez. Highlight of the inning so far, the 2-run home run by Katie Truitt. And that ball's outside. Ball 1. And that swung at and missed. 1-1. And a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Umpire very deliberate with that call. And that's outside, 2-2. And that's popped out. Allison Rogers is under it. And that's 3 outs. So 1/2 inning in the books. Edinburg takes a 3-0 lead right here on K-West. It's the bottom of the first inning. Lady Wildcats trail Edinburg 3-0, coming to bat for the first time. And number 15, Brittany Garcia, the left fielder, steps in. And she will be facing Amber Reyes, the catcher for Edinburg, Shayla Garcia, the freshman, who does not bat, but she catches. Number 12 bats in her stead. And here's the first pitch from the senior, Amber Reyes. And the bunt attempt is fouled back. And that'll be strike 1 on Brittany Garcia. On deck, number 4, Tatiana Cabrera, center fielder. And scheduled to bat third, number 13, Jasmine Virial. Top of the order here for the Lady Wildcats. And that's a called strike. No balls, 2 strikes here to the leadoff hitter. Pitcher's count here. And that's inside, gets away from the catcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that ball's fouled back. Count remains the same. Nice crowd here on a Friday night. And caught her looking with the changeup. And she strikes out the first batter. That'll bring to the plate with 1 out, Tatiana Cabrera.
Up next, number 4, Tatiana Cabrera.
And the bunt attempt, strike 1. And that's high and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Edinburg jumps out to an early 3-0 lead behind the 2-run home run from sophomore center fielder Katie Truitt. And going to call that one a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that ball is fouled away, and they'll take the count to 2-2. One thing that impressed me in game number 1, the Lady Wildcats continue the battle at the plate. In fact, Tatiana Cabrera broke up the no-hitter and scored the run. And that ball's hit. Shortstop gets out in the grass and makes the play. And it's 2 away. Stepping in, number 13, third baseman Jasmine Virial.
Up next, number 13, Jasmine Villarreal.
Nobody on, 2 away. Here's the pitch from Amber Reyes. And that ball's hit right back to Amber Reyes. Tosses it over to first. 3 up and 3 down. Edinburg puts the Lady Wildcats back in the field for the top of the 2nd inning when we return on K-West. Top of the 2nd inning here in by-district action. Girls softball 6A. Edinburg will send to the plate number 14, left fielder Celeste Trevino. And she will face Amanda Girne inside the circle for the Lady Wildcats. And first pitch called strike 1. Edinburg takes a early 3-0 lead. Here in game number 2, Edinburg won game number 1 last night. Lady Wildcats need to battle to push this game to the 3rd one tomorrow. Win by Edinburg. Attempted the bunt, and it's a strike 2. Edinburg's trying to end the series. Lady Wildcats trying to extend it. And if you do, all the action will come to you on K-West. And that ball hit hard off the shortstop, and that's going to be an error. So reached base on an error. And there's a runner at first. No outs here in the top of the 2nd inning. Right fielder Brianne Salinas steps in, number 15. Not sure what happened there. Buyer stepped away. He's back ready to go. First pitch. Showed bunt. And it's strike 1. And that ball's hit hard, first base. Lisha Castillo picks it up, steps on the bag, and it's 1 away. And we're back to the top of the order for Edinburg. The leadoff hitter, The pitcher, number 3, Amber Reyes, steps in. She walked and scored in her first time. Runner down at second base. So 1 on, 1 out. Showed bunt, pulled back, ball 1. And strike. Asked the base ump. He must have thought that she got around on it. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And she went after that one for sure. And that's 1 ball and 2 strikes to the pitcher, Amber Reyes. And she slaps that one towards third baseman. And I don't know what you call that, but you have to give her a single. No effort was made on the ball. You could say fielder's choice. But now there's runners at first and second. 1 out, and the batter will be the shortstop, Maya Zavala, number 7. She grounded out to the pitcher in her first time up. And that one gets away, wild pitch. Everybody advances a base. So runners are now in second and third. And a called strike. Nice job of framing by the catcher, Adriana Gonzalez, taking that ball back into the zone there. Really good job by her. And doesn't get away with it that time. 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one's outside. It's going to be 3-1 to Maya Zavala. Runners on second and third. Christy Salas, third baseman, on deck. She grounded out her first time up. And that'll make the count full. That strike from Amanda Aguirre. 1 away. And that hit hard to second base. Bobbles it. Gets her, but 1 run scores. Celeste Trevino scores from third. Runners move up. But the play is made. It's 2 outs. But Edinburg gets another run across, and the batter, Christy Salas, grounded out her first time. So she steps in with 1 on and 2 away. And that pitch called strike 1. And that ball's hit hard out into right field. It drops in, gets away from the right fielder. She makes a nice throw. Amber Reyes scores. We're going to call that a single. She moves to second on an error. And the score goes to 5. So runner down at second base. Your batter, Erica Cortez, hit one to the fence her first time up. That one's way out of the zone. Ball one. Catcher is lining up out of the zone. The runner down at second base is letting her batter know that the catcher's way out of the zone. I don't know if you can catch that on your camera behind Amanda Aguirre there. She's telling her now she's inside, and then she moved out, and that's going to be a called strike. So they're sending information back and forth to each other, which there's nothing wrong with that. Smart baseball, smart softball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 away. She's letting them know she's away. And they said she didn't go, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike. She's getting plenty of inside information from her base runner out there. She's telling her where the catcher's lined up. Right now she's saying she's inside. And she walked her. So Cortez goes to first. She singled and scored in the first and brings up the young lady who hit it out of here. Number 2 center fielder, Katie Truitt, 2 home runs in 2 days. And she comes to bat with 2 runners on. It's the kind of batter you cannot make a mistake with. Once again, the base runner out at second base, letting the batter know where Adriana Gonzalez, the catcher for the Lady Wildcats, is lining up, whether she is inside, down the middle, or outside. She's telling her way outside now. And that ball almost snuck back into the zone. 2 balls, no strikes. On deck for the Bobcats is the designated hitter, number 12, Julia Temez. That one way out of the zone. And nice job over there by Lisha Castillo. And that 3 balls is the count to Katie Truitt. Not sure if you're going to walk her, why you don't just award her first and move on. Nothing was near the zone, and she walks her. And that'll load the bases and bring to the plate designated hitter number 12, Julia Temez. And called strike 1. And once again, the runner on second base is signaling the batter where the catcher is. And a swing and a miss, strike 2. And that's going to be a little high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Julia Temez. Bases loaded, 2 out here in the top of the second inning. Edinburg has already got 2 runs across. And got her. And that'll end the inning. So after 1.5, Edinburg leads 5-0. You're watching by-district action on K-West. It's the bottom of the second inning. From the campus of Weslaco East High School, the wind is picking up. And stepping into bat will be the second baseman, number 11, Rihanna Garcia. Rihanna will face Amber Reyes in the circle for the Lady Bobcats. And the first pitch is low, ball one. That ball hit hard, shortstop. Picks it up, makes the throw, and it's one away. Ball hit hard by Rihanna Garcia right at the shortstop. And the batter will be the lefty, the pitcher, number 1, Amanda Aguirre.
Up next, number 1, Amanda Aguirre.
And the first pitch, strike 1. Outside, gets away from the catcher. 1-1's the count to the Wildcat pitcher, Amanda Aguirre. And that ball's hit hard. Second baseman gets over, makes the throw, and it's 2 away. So the Lady Wildcats are actually making contact, but right at people. And with 2 outs, the batter, your catcher, number 3, Adriana Gonzalez.
Up next, number 3, Adriana Gonzalez.
And that ball hit off of her foot, foul. The changeup in for a strike. That's strike 2. Rez doesn't throw it often, but when she breaks out the changeup, it's very deceptive. Oh, balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning. And that ball is hit straight up. First baseman gets under it, and that's 3 away. So after 2 complete innings, Lady Bobcats 5, Lady Wildcats 0. The third inning right here on K-West when we return. And here we go, top of the third inning. Edinburg will send to the plate the second baseman, number 10, Brianna Sanchez. She flew out to the shortstop her first time up. Edinburg with a 5-0 lead here, top of the third inning, in a game scheduled to go 7. And the first pitch is going to be high for ball 1. Ball hit hard. Shortstop can't make the play. Too hard to handle. We're going to call that one a single. So a leadoff single for Sanchez. And now bring to the plate number 14, Celeste Trevino. She plays left field. She reached on an error and scored in her first time. And the bunt attempt is fouled back for strike one. No balls, one strike. No outs here, top of the third. Pitch out of the zone, 1-1. And that one gets away. Runner is rounding, nope, stops at second. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Wild pitch, pass ball, you be the judge, but the ball got by. Runner takes second. So with 2-1 to count, runner down at second base, no outs. Ball hit out in the right field. That may score. No, it doesn't. Coach holds her at third. So the single by Trevino. And you have runners on first and third with no outs. And the leadoff hitter, the pitcher, number 15, the right fielder, Brian Salinas, steps in. I got one batter ahead of myself there. Stolen base. And a pitch, I believe, was a strike. And she swings and a miss. That's 2. Oh, it's 1-1. Correction. And that's swing and a miss. Now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. We'll get it right eventually. Sometime the umpire and she swings and a miss. Strikeout is 1 away. And now the batter, the leadoff hitter, the pitcher, Amber Reyes. Reyes walked and scored, singled and scored. So 1 out, runner at third, runner at second, and Amber Reyes at the plate. Slaps that ball foul. Strike 1. Outside, 1-1. She went after it. That'll be called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away. On deck, number 7, Maya Salinas. She's grounded out twice. And that ball hit the short. She runs so well, she's safe at first. Infield single by Amber Reyes. Bases are now loaded. And number 7, Maya Zavala, steps in, looking for her first hit of the game. There's 1 out. Lady Wildcats trying to work their way out of this problem here. Outside, ball 1. Say that one's outside for ball 2. No place to put this batter. This would walk home a run. Ball hit hard, but it's going to be foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. That ball's high. 3-1's the count. Once again, no place to put a runner. In the dirt, walked her. That'll bring home a run. And the score moves to 6-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. Coach John Boswell, Vinny Berry coming to you on K-West. Once again, thank everybody for watching and following all the activity in WISD right here on K-West. And the first pitch to Christy Salas is ball 1. I'd like to thank Dr. Priscilla Canales, the school district, the school board, everyone involved in making all this possible. There's the pitch. And a ball hit in the gap, out in the left field. And that could score 2. It does. And we're safe at 2nd and 3rd. So the single by Christy Salas, she gets second base on the throw. And that scores 2. And the score now 8-0 on the batter, Erica Cortez. Cortez singled and walked, scored 1 run today. And that's a ball. Trying to catch up my scorebook here. 8-0, 1 away. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. And Erica Cortez at the plate. And she hits that hard out in the left field. Nice play, the tag. And that scores another run. So the fly ball sacrificed by Cortez, and it's 2 away. And the batter, number 2, Katie Truitt, steps in. Truitt homered her first time up and walked her second time. And the score is now 9-0, and the first pitch is a ball. And they walked her. Not a bad decision there. And that will bring to the plate the 9th hitter of the inning, number 12, Julia Temez. Temez walked and struck out so far. And that ball's popped out of play. Strike 1. Ball hit over the infield, out in the right field. That'll score 1. And that single by Temez and we now runners at 1st and 3rd. And the score is now 10-0. Here in the top of the third inning, Edinburg has found their bats. And batting for the second time this inning will be Brianna Sanchez. She singled and scored already in this inning. And 1 ball, 1 strike. And that's strike 2. There are 2 outs here. Runners on first and third. And that ball is popped over towards first base. And right fielder Valerie Romero gets over and gets underneath it. And that'll end the side. So after 2.5 innings, 10-0 Edinburg, you're watching K-West. And stepping in for her first time to bat tonight, number 7, shortstop Allison Rogers. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Edinburg is taking a 10-0 lead. Lady Wildcats have yet to have a base runner. And here's the pitch from Amber Reyes. And that looks like ball 1. Reyes at the plate is 2 for 2 with a walk and has scored 3 runs already this evening. And called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Allison Rogers. And that ball's hit over the third base. Picks it up, makes the throw, and it's 1 away. So Rogers grounds out, and that'll bring to bat the designated hitter, number 14, Abby Ortiz.
Up next, number 14, Abigail Ortiz.
And the pitch from Amber Reyes to Abby Ortiz. Hit hard, shortstop picks it up, makes the throw, and it's 2 away. And coming to bat for her first time, first baseman number 5, Lisha Castillo.
Up next, number 5, Lisha Castillo.
Castillo steps in with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And the first pitch is a ball. And that ball's hit foul. Castillo really got some bat on that one, just knocked it foul. Coach John Boswell and Vinnie Berry coming to you from Wesco East High School, game 2 of the bi-district action between District 32 6A, 31 6A. Edinburg, the champion of 31 6A, the 4th place qualifier from Wesco East, 32 6A. And the changeup, and it's in for a strike. She doesn't throw it often, but when she does, it's usually a strike. Coach Vicky Vasquez and her staff fighting, got themselves into the playoffs, trying to keep this series alive here. And that one got away a little bit outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And that ball is fouled away. Count remains 2-2. And that one's foul again by Elisha Castillo. On deck, leadoff hitter Brittany Garcia. Lady Panthers are playing Vela at Vela, trailing their series by a game. And that ball is foul. Nice job at the plate by Elisha Castillo. Knocks the ball just barely foul. That would have been a double for sure. And early in the game against Vela, Weslaco High, it is 0-0. So 2-2 count, back in Elisha Castillo facing Amber Reyes. That one's inside. In fact, they're going to say it got her. Hit by pitch. The perfect game is gone. The no-hitter still stands. But that's the first base runner for the Lady Wildcats here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And again, the leadoff hitter, number 15, Brittany Garcia, steps in. She struck out her first time up.
Stepping in for the Lady Wildcats, number 15, Brittany Garcia.
And they're doing some communicating. Looks like number 10 coming in to run, Andrea Cavazos, coming in to run for Elisha Castillo. Maybe trying to get a little more speed on the base paths with 2 outs. And now umpire giving information to coaches, and it's like we're about ready to get back into play. Been fun watching these young, exciting games here by the Lady Wildcats as they fought their way into the playoffs here. Next year, Edinburg Wesco East will be a district game, as they will both be in District 31 6A. Both have young squads, but have, oh, that ball's hit. Foul by Brittany Garcia. I mean, the Wildcats lose players like Amanda Aguirre and Jasmine Villarreal. Brittany Garcia here at the plate. And the Bobcats lose Celeste Trevino, Brianna Sanchez, Amber Reyes. So both teams have many players coming back. That ball's hit foul, but they also lose some of their cogs in the gears that grind their teams here. And that's 2-strike count. This is when Reyes has shown her changeup at times with a 2-strike count. You're thinking about protecting, and she changes the tempo here. Let's see what she gives her. She gives her an outside pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I know we have AP testing and state testing still coming up in our school systems. We've got graduations coming up for colleges and high school. A lot of things going on, NBA playoffs, NFL draft. People say there's a problem with football, and over 200,000 people showed up to see what team guys were going to go to. Pretty amazing the amount of interest in this country in football. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. On deck, Tatiana Cabrera. Scored the only run last night for the Lady Wildcats. The changeup came with 2 strikes, just high. Counts 2-2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So the Wildcats get a base runner, no runs cross. So after 3 complete innings of play, Edinburg 10, Weslaco East 0. 4th inning when we return right here on K-West. Amanda Girde goes from pitcher to first base. Looks like Laisha Castillo goes to third. And Jasmine Villarreal goes from third to pitch. So they just made a little rotation right there in the middle between pitcher first and third. And the batter, the first one to face, Jasmine Villarreal, will be number 14, Celeste Trevino. She reached on an error. A single, has scored twice. Score stands. And that ball's hit hard out in the center field. Tatiana Cabrera gets over, and it's 1 away. And stepping in here will be Brianne Salinas, number 15, playing right field. She struck out and grounded out. And that's a called strike. So Amanda went 3 innings. That ball's going to be low. And they bring in Jasmine. Seems like these two have been doing it here at Weslaco East forever. A 1-2 punch through the years. And that's a called strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And she struck her out. And it's 2 away. And the batter, the leadoff hitter, the pitcher, number 3, Amber Reyes, walked and scored, has 2 singles, scored twice more. So a total of 2 for 2 with 3 runs scored tonight. We're in the top of the 4th inning. The score is 10-0. And Amber Reyes looks at a pitch outside, ball 1. And that ball popped up towards third base. Left fielder makes the play. Outstanding job. Is that Brittany Garcia? I believe it is. And that's 3 away. So for the first time tonight, Lady Wildcats go 3 up and 3 down Edinburgh goes to the dugout, and we'll have the bottom of the 4th inning right here on K-West when we return. It's the bottom of inning number 4. You're watching by-district action girls softball here on K-West. The Lady Bobcats from Edinburgh with a 10-0 lead over the Lady Wildcats from Weslaco East. And Tatiana Cabrera steps in. The center fielder made a nice play in the field. Will step in. She flew out to shortstop her first time. And she faces Amber Reyes here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Ball's fouled away. Strike 1. Last night there were just a lot of foul balls. Haven't been near as many tonight. And that ball's hit. Second baseman gets under it. And it's one away. The batter will be the current pitcher, number 13, Jasmine Virial. She steps in 0 for 1. She grounded out her first time.
Up next, number 13, Jasmine Villarreal.
And the first pitch will be a called strike. And that ball hit in the air. Katie Truitt out in center field gets under it. And it's 2 away. And stepping in to face Amber Reyes will be number 11, second baseman, Rihanna Garcia.
Up next for the Lady Wildcats, number 11, Rihanna Garcia.
Oh, and a swing and a miss on the first pitch. Strike 1. Ball hit, third baseman picks it up, makes the throw, and the inning is over. So after 4 complete innings of play, the Bobcats 10, Wildcats 0. We'll be back for the 5th inning right here on K-West.
Before Harlan Block raised the flag over Iwo Jima, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. There he played for the Panthers, won a championship, and learned some of the leadership skills he and 7 other students used while serving in the Marines. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prominent graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For war hero Harlan Block, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
And stepping in here in the top of the 5th inning for the Lady Bobcats, number 7, Maya Zavala. She walked and scored her last time, grounded out twice. And that first pitch from Jasmine is ball 1. And that one got away from her. It's ball 2. And that ball's fouled away. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the shortstop, Maya Zavala. Ball inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. And ball hit hard up the middle. Rogers picks it up, makes the throw, and it's 1 away. So nice play by Allison Rogers. The catch over at first base by Amanda Aguirre. And the batter, number 8, third baseman, Christy Salas. She grounded out, has 2 singles, scored a run. It's 1 out. And the first pitch is a ball. Lady Wildcats need to get out of this without allowing a run and then score at least 1 run in their half of the 5th. Or we'll have the run rule situation going. And that's foul back, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that ball's hit hard out into right field. And what a play out there. I believe that's Valerie Romero. I can't see a number from here. We'll try to make sure we identify her for sure. But what a play in the outfield. And it's 2 away. And number 5 steps in, first baseman Erica Cortez. She had a sacrifice fly, a single, scored 1 run tonight. Okay, so they're telling me that's number 2, Ashley Garcia, the freshman, out there in right field making a great play. Congratulations to her. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike to Erica Cortez. There's 2 outs. Umpires looking for softballs. When their little pouches get empty, they get nervous, I think. On deck for the Bobcats, Katie Truitt. And here comes a couple of softballs out of the dugout. And here we go, back to action. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Jasmine Virial in the circle, and that ball's in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. And she looked hard at that one. It got by the catcher. But it appears it's going to be ball 3. And she walked her. Allows a base runner here in the 5th inning. And the girl with all the power steps in, Katie Truitt. Home run last night, home run tonight. She was intentionally walked her last time up. So she has a home run and 2 walks. And that ball's hit hard into center field for a single. So you pitch to Katie Truitt. She got the single. The runner moves to second. It's 2 away. And the batter will be the catcher. Is that correct? So the catcher's actually batting for herself now. Julia Temez, the designated hitter, had a walk, a strikeout, and a single. But Shayla Garcia, the catcher, who has been batted for by number 12, Julia Temez, will bat for herself. Here in the top of the 5th inning, pretty smart by the coaching staff. Get the young catcher playoff at bats. She did not bat last night, but she will step in tonight and face Jasmine Virial. So there's 2 outs, 2 on. And the batter number 17, Shayla Garcia. Pitch low, ball 1. Yeah, ball hit hard, third base. Steps on the bag, and it's 3 away. So, after 4.5, it's still 10-0. Lady Wildcats will come to bat to try to extend this ball game when we return on K-West. And stepping in to face Amber Reyes here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Currently playing first base, started the game off as the pitcher, number 1, Amanda Aguirre. Her first time up, she grounded out. Lady Wildcats need to score a run here to keep this game going. We're in the bottom of the 5th, and they trail 10-0. First pitch called strike. And outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that ball's hit hard out in the left field. And it bounces off the wall. And that's going to be a double. The first hit of the night by the Wildcats off of Amber Reyes, a double in the bottom of the 5th inning. And the batter will be number 3, Adriana Gonzalez, the catcher. Let's see what the Lady Wildcats can do to keep this game going here. They just need 1 run to cross, and we'll go back at it in the 6th inning. And that ball's high and inside, ball 1. Right here behind us, the baseball field at Weslaco East, the baseball team is playing Brownsville Hannah in their final game of the season, and it'll be a farewell and a emotional night for the seniors of the Wildcats, as it will here in softball if this game were to end. 2 balls, no strikes is the count to Adriana Gonzalez. Allison Rogers scheduled to bat next. Shows bunt, slaps it foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. So Coach Vasquez trying to create a run here. Amber Reyes giving up her first hit. Whoa, way inside. 3-1. And she tries it again. Upset with herself, and that'll load the count at 3-2. No outs, runner out at second base. The double by Amanda Guerre. After 3 innings in Edinburg, the Lady Panthers lead 4-0. An infield single by the catcher, Adriana Gonzalez. So 2 hits in a row given up. The runner goes to third, and Allison Rogers will step in, trying to get a run on the board. No outs here. Runners at first and third. For the first time today, Lady Wildcats are threatening. The bunt attempt. They allow that to be a hit. And that loads the bases. So bases loaded. And number 14, Abby Ortiz, will step in. We looking for an interference call? Say no, everybody's safe. Not sure what the question is. Gonna go ask the other umpire. I'm not sure what the question was. Edinburg had the question. The umpires answer the question. And Abby Ortiz steps in with bases loaded. No outs. Here in the bottom of the 5th inning. She grounded out her first time up. Once again, the Lady Wildcats need to push at least 1 run across here. But 3 or 4 runs would really put them back in the ball game. But to continue the game, they need at least 1. And here we go. Amber Reyes steps in. She looks in the dugout. She gets the signal from her coach. Abby Ortiz steps out. And here we go. Pitch number 1. And a swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Abby Ortiz. And that ball hit in as good as a bunt. And she's safe at first, and the run scores. Lady Wildcats fighting back as they did last night. A run crosses, so this game will continue. Everybody moves up. We're going to have to call that an infield single. Now they're asking again all kinds of questions. And says she got her, so it will be 1 out. And the umpire was overruled. Now, we've talked about this before. If you and I are umpiring together and you overrule me, we might have a fight in a parking lot out there. It's very unusual to see one overrule the other. So Coach Vasquez is asking, because of the angle, though, the home plate umpire may have had a better look at that. But they're not going to change it again. There is no replay at this level. But the run does score. Everybody else moves up a base. So runners at second and third, 1 out. And the batter, Lisha Castillo, she was hit by a pitch her last time. So we will move this game on to the 6th inning. And that's a swing and a miss by Castillo with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And that one's fouled away, strike two. That pitch kind of ran inside on Castillo there late. And that one's dribbled. And that should score. It's not. Oh, and it gets by the catcher. Scores one. My goodness, what some exciting base running. So are we calling that a single? I believe we have to, don't we? This run scored on the error, but you have to call that a single by Lisha Castillo. She goes to second on all the throwing around they did. So runners on second and third, one away. And the Lady Wildcats have punched 2 runs across. And the batter, the leadoff hitter, Brittany Garcia. Brittany has struck out twice. Once swinging, once looking. And here's the pitch inside, ball one. Wow, what an exchange there. And that ball hit hard, and that'll score 2 more. Brittany Garcia slaps a double out in the right center, and 2-run score. The Lady Wildcats fight their way back into this ball game. It's now 10-4. Oh my goodness. What a hit by Brittany Garcia. They have found the bats this inning, the Lady Wildcats. Scoring 4 runs, 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Tatiana Cabrera will step in. So a runner at second base in the form of Brittany Garcia. 4 runs have crossed. And with 1 out, center fielder Tatiana Cabrera, she flew out to second, flew out to short. And she hits that one. And she's safe at first. Brittany Garcia moves to third on the single. Good hustle by Tatiana Cabrera. And the current pitcher, Jasmine Varial, will step in. She is 0 for 2, fly out and ground out. But she has a chance to help her own cause here.
Number 13, Jasmine Villarreal.
So what an inning for the Lady Wildcats. And she shows bunt, pulls it back. Ball 1. Cabrera goes to second on the stolen base. And it's 1 ball, no strike. And a swing and a miss, 1-1. Fouled off, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Amber Reyes still in the circle for the Edinburg team. And that's outside. Fouled away. Count remains 1 ball. and 2 strikes. Oh, and the changeup got her. She doesn't break it out often, but when she does, it's usually a strike. Amber Reyes strikes out Jasmine Villarreal, and the batter will be the 9th batter to the plate in this inning. Second baseman, number 11, Rihanna Garcia. Garcia has grounded out twice, but the Lady Wildcats have battled back into this ball game. Looked like they were in danger of the run rule, and they now are in it. First pitch is ball 1. And that ball is hit. Shortstop gets over, and it's 3 away. But the bats wake up for the Lady Wildcats. Game will continue with inning number 6 right here on K-West. Top of the 6th inning, new life in the Lady Wildcats. And the batter is safe. That's number 10, Brianna Sanchez. And have to call that an infield single. The ball bounced. Couldn't make the play in time. And the leadoff hitter here in the 6th inning has a single. The batter should be number 14.
Number 14 is the last 3.
Not sure what the question is. Coach Vasquez wants him to overrule again over there at first base, I think. Whatever it is, made her smile. Celeste Trevino, number 14, steps in. She scored twice. Flew out her last time. Runner at first, no outs. Ball hit to second base. Can they turn 2? Throw it away. No harm done, but she is safe. That's going to be a fielder's choice or an error, either way you want to look at it. But it is not a single. So we're going to have to say E4 is how Trevino reached. Got a report from Edinburg. The Lady Panthers lead Vela 4-0 in the 4th inning. And Coach Vasquez wants to talk it over here with no outs. Top of the 6th inning. You're watching by district action from Weslaco East High School. So stepping into bat for Edinburg, number 1, Valerie DeLeon. We've seen her run bases. The first time we've seen her bat. She will step in for number 15, Brianne Salinas. And first pitch, I believe, was a called strike. So got runners at first and second, no outs. Valerie DeLeon is the batter. And I believe that hitter, that'll load the bases. And that should bring Amber Reyes to the plate. She has 2 singles, a walk, a fly out, and has scored 3 runs. Well, what Coach Vasquez is saying, she squared the bunt as happened to the Lady Wildcats earlier in the game, and the ball hit her as she was squaring the bunt. So she was just asking for the similar treatment on a similar play. Umpire says she was not trying to bunt it. And the bases loaded pitch to Amber Reyes is called strike 1. Called strike 2 to Amber Reyes. Both a little bit outside, but the umpire says there's strikes, there's strikes. And that one's way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still no outs. Bases are loaded. And just because the Lady Wildcats scored 4 doesn't mean that the run rule could still not take effect if Edinburg can get up to 14 and then hold the Wildcats in the bottom of the 6th. Game can end any time after 4 if the runs are correct. So they're going to have to work their way out of this jam. That one's outside. And we have a full count. There's no room to put her on the bases, so you might as well throw her a strike and play defense. And that ball is hit down the line fair. Going to score 1. Going to score 2. It's going to score 3, and standing in with a triple is the pitcher, Amber Reyes. And that runs the score to 13-4. And the batter will be number 7, Maya Zavala. And Zavala hits it hard up the middle. Rogers comes up with it and gets her at first. Nice job by Allison Rogers. But the run scores. And once again, Edinburg has a 10-run lead. And stepping in here, number 8, Christy Salas. Salas has scored once tonight, has a couple of singles. And that's a ball. And strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away. Nobody left on base. On deck, Erica Cortez. That ball hit hard out in the outfield. And a little bit of miscommunication out there, but the veteran, Tatiana Cabrera, comes over, makes the play. And it's 2 away. I believe Ashley Garcia was in fine position, too, to make a play there. So good job out there by the outfielders. And with 2 outs, number 5 steps in. She's grounded out, singled twice, and flown out twice. And the first pitch is strike 1. On deck, Katie Truitt singled her last time up. And the changeup looks good, and it's strike 2 to Erica Cortez. And that ball is hit. And it's light high, and it's out of here. The home run by Erica Cortez. And there was no doubt about that one. And that will be the solo shot. The 5th run of the inning for the Lady Bobcats. The 4th home run of the series. And the girl that's shown the most power steps in following that home run. Katie Truitt, home run, walk, and single. It's 2 away. And she hits that one hard. Another single by Katie Truitt. Swinging on the first pitch. Let's see who comes to the plate here. Back in to bat for herself, number 12. And Julia Temez will step back in. Last time up, the catcher batted. That was Shayla Garcia. Temez re-enters for herself. Runner at first, and Katie Truitt. This is the 9th batter of the inning. And they're letting everybody know what's going on. The Wildcat dugout says we got it. We understand what's happening. Nobody tells us. We figure it out. Coach John Boswell, Vinnie Berry coming to you from Weslaco East High School by district action. And that first pitch is a strike to Julia Tamez. And that ball's fouled away, strike 2. The changeup outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of people, including myself, thought that one was in the zone. But they don't put me in a shirt and let me call them. Even though they're wearing black tonight, I guess I could go down there and swing and a miss. Got her. And that'll end the inning. But the Bobcats do damage. It's 15-4. The Wildcats once again will come to bat to try to keep this game alive. Okay, there's been some changes on the field for Edinburg High. Last night's pitcher, Erica Cortez, been playing first base, moves into pitch. Amber Reyes will go to center field. Center fielder Katie Truitt moves over to left. Left fielder Celeste Trevino comes in to the dugout, I believe. Maybe she's out at second now. No, that still looks like Brianna. So the major change, though, is the change at pitcher last night. This pitcher is now in the circle, and she will face here in the bottom of the 6th inning with a 15-4 lead. Amanda Girde steps in. And she hits that ball high, pop up the shortstop, and it's 1 away. Amanda's double started the rally in the last inning. Got a good cut at that one, but it went almost straight up. Adriana Gonzalez had a single and scored her last time up, the catcher. Adriana's done a nice job, the sophomore. A lot of softball left in her. And here comes the pitch from Erica Cortez with 1 away. And that one's popped up, but it'll be out of play. Strike 1. And the 1-strike pitch from in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Adriana Gonzalez flew out to first base and singled and scored. So she's 1 for 2 tonight. And that ball's hit hard. It's got a chance to get out of here, and it does. Home run by sophomore catcher Adriana Gonzalez. I'm not sure, but I believe that might be her career first. I've done a number of the Lady Wildcat games this year, and that's the first home run I've seen. Nice job by Adriana Gonzalez. And stepping in to bat, shortstop, number 7, Allison Rogers singled and scored her last time. There is no quit in these Lady Wildcats, but they need to score one more run to keep this game alive. We will not go to inning number 7. Lady Wildcats can't score one more run.
Interior Wildcats, number 7, Allison Rogers.
Coach Vasquez and her staff need to be very proud of the job they have done with these young ladies this year. And we talked about Adriana Gonzalez having a lot of softball left in her. It's nice to see a sophomore in this situation come through big. What a hit. Report from Edinburg, Weslaco Lady Panthers still lead, but the score is now 4-2. Hit out in the left field by Rogers, and it's 2 away. Truitt with a catch out there. 3 home runs in tonight's game. 2 by Edinburg, 1 by the Lady Wildcats, and the batter, designated hitter, number 14, Abby Ortiz. Abby grounded out twice, and there are 2 outs. Stay tuned for more softball and baseball action as K-West covers everything going on with WISD, and that first pitch is outside for ball 1. Also coming up May, I believe, 19th, the high school all-star game will be broadcast on K-West. Mike Gonzalez and Carlos Robledo will bring you that action. That ball slapped foul over by Coach Vasquez. Strike 1, 1 ball. 1 strike, 2 away. Nobody on. The 1-on-1 pitch, and that one's hit foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And here's the 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. And that ball's fouled back, heads up. And I believe it hit right above the cameraman, Vinny Berry. And it's still 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away. Abby Ortiz steps in to face Erica Cortez. And that one's in the dirt. 2-2's the count. On deck, Lisha Castillo. Lady Wildcats want to take this thing into the 7th. And that's outside. The count will be full. And that ball's hit. Third baseman picks it up. makes the throw, and that will end it. So the Lady Wildcats have the big home run off the bat of Adriana Gonzalez, but that's not enough. But Coach Vicky Vasquez, her staff, the seniors, and the whole team, and everybody in the Weslaco East family should be proud. Every great journey starts with the first step, and that's the first step moving forward in this softball program. So on behalf of myself, Coach John Boswell, the cameraman Vinnie Berry, everyone connected to K-West, everyone here in the press box, like to thank you for watching. Final score, Edinburg 15, Weslaco East 5. Good night, everybody.